The Fred Allen Show, brought to you by Ipana Toothpaste for the smile of beauty, Sal Hepatica for the smile of health. An hour of smiles with Fred Allen, folks. 3,600 seconds of fun and music. Fun with our star comedian, Fred Allen. Flashes of humor with our guest star, Ned Sparks. Music with Peter Van Steeden, the Merry Macs, and Win Murray. And the time has come. It's the Fred Allen Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate the opening of our new fall series by bringing you that lovable buffoon, that man about clown. What is your name again, Bud?
Well, you know me. I was on the program last year. I'm a friend of Uncle Jim's. You see me around, haven't you?
No, I'm sorry, but I've been on that What's My Name program all summer, and I can't tell anyone's name these days unless I get a lot of clues or something.
What am I supposed to do? Wait around here until you take 3 guesses? Suppose you give up, then I'm a nobody.
Well, if I only had a clue.
All right. Now look, This first clue pays $10. If you have a chisel and some time to spare to get it away from me. I was born in 1897. As a baby, I played with the rattle in my father's second-hand car. When I was 4 years old, my mother woke up one night and found me out in the backyard flying a kite. Now, what's my name?
Flying a kite?
Oh! Then... too late. Did you ever see 7 seconds go so quickly?
No.
Now, this second clue pays $9.
Yes.
When I was 16 years old, I made a date with the Floridora Sextet. I had 5 girls left over that evening. I founded the YWCA. When I was 18, an apple fell on my head, and I discovered gravity. Now, what's my name?
Oh, that's a cinch. Sir Isaac...
Oh, isn't that...
Wait.
Isn't that interesting? You were on the right track, too. Now, this third clue pays $8. And speaking of $8, Von Zell, I am the man who loaned you $8 last spring and never got it back. Now, what's my name?
Fred!
Yes, Fred. And you can pay me that dough right this very minute.
Well, here he is now, folks. Fred Allen in person.
Thank you. I was christened in half that time, Harry. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it sure feels strange to be starting back at the weekly chores, Harry.
Well, your vacation certainly did you a lot of good, Fred. What became of those 2 little bags you had under your eye?
Oh, you missed them, huh? They turned into one big bag down here by my stomach. You see?
Yeah, no wonder I didn't recognize you with that double chin you're wearing.
Oh, it goes way down to here. Yes, the cooking in that summer hotel this year went to my neck, I think. Most of it I couldn't get down any farther. If I get another chin, Harry, I'll have to stop wearing collars and get a snood for the front.
Well, snood or no snood, Fred, it's certainly snood to have you back.
Nice of you to say so, Harry. Now, how about getting started? Is everybody here?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm on deck.
Well, that takes care of the trivia, doesn't it? Now, what about the joke writers? Are the boys here, the two boys?
Oh, Mr. Allen, now we hot, eh, Sam?
Hot ain't the white, Sam.
I'm telling them, Sam.
And how, Sam?
Am I right, Sam?
Check back.
I'll never be the Sam after this. Wow, I'm in mid-season form already. Have you boys got plenty of new jokes for the program?
Have we? Take it away, Sam.
Okay. I just got a letter from a debutante.
What do you hear from the snob?
Get it?
Something tells me this is going to be a short season, boys.
You didn't get it.
Now, who else is here, Harry?
Well, Mrs. Trask is waiting, Fred.
Mrs. Trask?
Mrs. Trask, you know, the woman who starts the laughs in the studio audience.
Oh, yes. You are on the qui-vive, of course, Mrs. Trask.
Yes, sir, Mr. Allen. I am fit as a hyena and ready for smirk.
Well, that's fine. No, not that. Not yet, Mrs. Trask. You know, you don't have to laugh. Look in your contract. You don't have to laugh until the program starts.
I know. I'm just warming up.
Well, fine. You get back in the incinerator, and we'll baste you on the half hour. Now, let me see. Is anyone missing? Are we all...
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Oh, Portland. I had forgotten all about you. Well, you certainly are the picture of health, Portland.
Yes, I'm trying to take off 10 pounds.
Oh, I'm in the same boat. You're the picture of health, but you're overdeveloped. You've overdeveloped yourself, as it were. Mrs. Trask. You bad girl. Not yet. You mustn't rush into those things.
I wasn't laughing at you.
Oh, you were improvising, were you?
No, I happened to think of the salary you're paying me.
Quiet. Now, where did you spend the summer, Portland?
Mama and I were at the World's Fair.
All summer, were you?
Yes. We've been in that line for the General Motors exhibit since June. We finally got in today.
You just made it, didn't you?
I'll say. The fair's closing this month.
I know. They say if the perisphere was an aspirin, Grover would probably take it. Well, thanks for popping in, Portland.
I've written a speech to welcome you back to radio, Mr. Allen.
Well, it's very nice. I appreciate...
Huzzahs with salutations, and welcome back today.
Not now, Portland.
Can't I speak my piece?
A little later. I've got to get the program started now. Yes?
Mr. Allen?
Yes?
Are you starting back on the radio tonight?
Yes?
That's done it. Goodbye, all. Still killing them, eh, Allen?
Oh, it's you, Van Steeden.
It isn't Glenn Miller.
You're telling me. The program can use Glenn Miller this year, if you want my opinion.
If you want my opinion, the program can use Bob Hope.
Now, look, you fugitive from an audition.
No, wait.
Well, he started it.
Well,
He
Fred,
said
I know, but this is the first program of the season. Let's all start off friends.
It's this a shame by me, as the saying goes.
As the saying went. That crack got so ripe it fell off the hit parade 6 months ago.
Well, overlook it, Fred. Come on, let's have harmony in the cast.
Well, it's more than we ever got from Van Steeden's welding outfit.
All right, now come on, fellas. Shake hands.
Press the flesh, Allen.
Bragging, hey? Well, all right.
Oh, well, now that's more like it. Now you're friends.
Wait a minute. I've been robbed.
What do you mean, Rob? All I did is shake hands with you.
Come on, Allen. Where's my hangnail?
Well, accused of...
Huzzahs with salutations, and welcome back today.
No, not now, Portland.
But when do I welcome you?
Later in the program.
This is later, isn't it?
Well, it's later than it was, yes, but not late enough. Now, I've got to start the show now. Things are...
Oh.
Yes, you'll catch on when I get going. Are the Mighty Allen Art Players here?
To be or not to be?
And that's just one of the questions tonight, folks. We're all set. A fanfare, Van Steeden. Knocking already, and I haven't even started. Come in.
Yo, Mr. Allen.
Yes, if you're looking for the Woodlawn Cemetery...
No.
Oh, now, you're just kidding me. You've just given your pallbearers the slip. I can tell.
No, honest. I'm here on business.
What business? Who are you?
I am Caldwell Sprague, radio program creator. I'm here to start creating.
Well, who says I need a program created?
Your sponsor.
Oh, the sponsor.
Yeah, you've been doing the same program too long. Newsreels, people you didn't watch is the same actors.
Oh, and you are here
to create. I'm creating a whole new program. The West End Student.
Right here, Mr. Sprague.
You're fired.
What?
Now we're getting someplace.
Well, Mr. Sprague, my orchestra's perfect.
You and that poor man's Philharmonic. The public today wants swing.
But I've got a new swing band this year.
Well, okay. I'll start creating a good swing quartet to go with the band.
We don't need a swing. We've got the best swing quartet in the country, Mr. Sprague, the Merrimack.
The Merrimack, eh? Are they hep?
Are they hep? I tell you what I'll do. I'll just have them run through a number for you. It's called Good Morning, Mr. Zip, Zip, Zip.
Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 with your haircut just as short as mine. Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 you're surely looking fine. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, if the camels don't get you, then the luckies must. Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 with your haircut just as short as your haircut just as short as your haircut just as short as mine. Good morning, Mr. Zip, Zip, Mr. Zip, Zip. Oh, you went to the barber shop and got your hair cut short, just like mine. Good morning, Mr. Zip Zip, Mr. Zip Zip. You came out of the barber shop and you were looking fine. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. If the camels don't get you, then the luckies must. Good morning, Mr. Zip 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 Zip. Good morning, Mr. Zip, Zip, Zip. Are you gonna take a trip? Good morning, your haircut short as mine. Good morning, Mr. Zip, Zip, Zip. Take a tip and take a grip. Good morning, you are looking fine. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. If the camels don't get you, then the luckies must. Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 with your haircut just as short as your haircut just as short as your haircut short as mine.
How was that, Mr. Sprague?
Oh, boy, the Merrimacks is in.
All four of them?
Yeah,
they're very
well,
nice of them.
Now, let me see.
What are you creating next?
I think I'm in the mood for a short commercial.
You're in the mood for a short commercial. Well, fine. You go right ahead and create.
Well, gee, I don't think I can right now. You see, I got an awful headache, and I feel so dull and low-key.
Well, we can take care of that for you, Mr. Sprague. We have a very special service that's meant for everyone who feels like you do. Now, you just listen to Harry Von Zell.
Well, the truth of the matter is that nearly every one of us at some time or other feels sluggish and under the weather, or we have a dull headache resulting from a stomach that's upset because of overindulgence in eating or drinking. Well, now that's when a glass of sparkling Sal Hepatica helps give you a faster comeback. We say Sal Hepatica because if you take something with a laxative action only, you do nothing to counteract excess gastric acidity. But Sal Hepatica does both. As so many physicians will tell you,
Sal Hepatica not only brings you speedy yet gentle relief, it also counteracts excess gastric acidity, which chases that sickish feeling fast.
so get an inexpensive bottle of Sal Hepatica at your drugstore tomorrow. Remember, the better you feel, the better you look. And you feel better faster when you take gentle, quick-acting Sal Hepatica.
was swell. What was that, Mr. Allen?
Peter Van Steeden and his new swing band played Jumpin' Jive for you, Mr. Sprague.
That's okay. Now, let me see. What'll I create here?
Huzzahs with salutations and welcome back to the
No, not yet, Portland.
Later?
Yes, later.
All right, I'll go back and rehearse it.
Yes, it's got to be letter perfect, Portland. Now, what's next, Mr. Sprague?
The public today is crazy about quiz programs, Mr. Allen.
The sponsor wants a quiz, does he?
Yeah, or a reasonable facsimile.
Or a reasonable facsimile.
Yeah.
Well, we've beaten the sponsor to it, Mr. Sprague. We've already prepared a midget quiz.
Oh, boy.
Uncle Jim has selected a committee of 3 from our studio audience, and I see the folks are taking their seats at the conference table, so I'll join them over here. Good evening, lady and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you that our quiz is entirely unrehearsed, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you'll get the idea as we go along here. Anything is apt to happen, even I can't tell you. First, in order to make sure that people do not confuse our quiz program with information, please, I'm going to... You can't tell. Kieran may be in the woodpile here. I'm going to ask the names of our contestants. May I ask your name, please?
Frank Killian.
Mr. Killian.
Yes, sir.
What is your occupation, Mr. Killian?
Insurance.
You're in the insurance business, are you?
Yes, sir.
You're not here on business. I mean, you're just here as on the committee. I see. And where is your home? Do you live in New York?
No, Camden.
You live in Camden, New Jersey? That's just a stone's throw from Philadelphia, isn't it? If you have the stone and you're in the mood.
Yeah.
And what is your name, miss?
Helen McGuckin.
Miss Helen McGuckin. What is your occupation, may I ask?
I'm a report censor.
You're a report censor?
That's right.
You censor reports?
I do.
What sort of reports?
Why, bank examiners reports.
Oh, bank examiners reports. Do you get them when they're in the bank or after they're on the lam? When do you... You overtake them, do you? And where is your home, may I ask?
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. You're not nervous tonight, are you?
No.
Say, you've got nothing to be nervous about. If anything happens, I'm the one who's going to get fired. So don't get nervous. And may I ask your name, sir?
Cy Fraser.
Cy Fraser. And what is your occupation, Mr. Fraser?
I'm the manager of a men's clothing store in New York.
Manager of a men's clothing store. It's too bad I got this suit yesterday. You could have probably gotten it for me wholesale if I'd only held off and not know it. But now, on most of the quiz programs, ladies and gentlemen, the contestants never meet. For instance, you might be on a Professor Quiz with a beautiful girl. Professor Quiz never introduces you. The program is over. You've helped make the professor a big hit. The program is over, and you both go your separate ways. Who knows that you met the beautiful girl? Romance might have ensued. Or if it had been you, Mr. Killian, in the insurance business, you might have sold her a 20-year endowment policy. But we're not going to have that. On our quiz, all of our contestants are going to be properly introduced. Now, Miss McGuckin, this is Mr. Fraser. May I present Mr. Fraser? Miss McGuckin, may I present Mr. Kilrain? Mr. Fraser, would you meet Mr. Kilrain?
How do you do?
Now, if we only had a deck of cards, we could turn this thing into a bridge game. Now, I guess we're all ready. Our quiz, ladies and gentlemen, is called Picking on Harry. Is Harry here? If Mr. Von Zell will turn around. On the back of Harry's coat, you will see 94 pockets. Each pocket contains a question. As the contestant calls his number, the question is removed. Each question pays $5. And the subjects tonight are history, right and wrong, and etiquette. All right, Mr. Killian, if you will call your first number.
52.
Number 52 for Mr. Killian. If Portland, can you find it? Howard Pickens on Harry. Your question is a question in history, Mr. Killian. Who bought Manhattan Island for $24 and a bottle of whiskey? You remember the gentleman's name, do you?
Was he a Dutchman?
Yes, he was. I don't know his nationality. I've got the answer here, but don't kibitz on me. I didn't know it myself till I opened this slip here. Do you know the gentleman's name who bought the island of Manhattan?
Oh, I know, but I just can't...
You can't think. You want to pass?
I think I'll pass.
All right. Miss McGuckin, would you take a number, please?
55.
The gentleman's name, incidentally, Mr. Killian, was Peter Minuit. Minuit. He bought the island for $24, and if he was around today, and male LaGuardia could find an Indian, or if an Indian was around, a male LaGuardia could find him, he'd probably sell him the island back for $24 and throw in Tammany Hall if he could get it. But, Miss McGuckin, your question is also a question in history. Abraham Lincoln had two nicknames. Now, what were they? Do you know? Two nicknames for Abraham Lincoln. Two nicknames he had. One of them was not Raymond Massey.
One was Silent Abe, wasn't he?
No, one was not Silent Abe. He was quite loquacious, I might say, with a man named Douglas. They toured the country as an act. Number 2, as I recall. Do you know the names? I'm afraid I can't give you any more time. Honest Abe and Father Abraham. Gee, I'm doing better than information. Haven't lost anything up to now. And Mr. Fraser, if you'll take your number, please.
60.
60. That's also in history. The questions are history. Thank you very much. You're doing very well. I hope nobody goes over 100. We'll be down on Harry's legs and there aren't any pockets. Mr. Fraser, if George Washington was the first president of our country, who was the first vice president?
John Adams.
That is correct, Mr. Fraser, and you are about to relieve me of $5, which I shall give you as soon as we're through here. Is this your, Mr. Killian, would you take your second number, please?
83.
83. Mr. Killian wants 83, if we could have it. I don't know how long the quiz will run. Of course, we haven't timed it yet. We're all breaking in tonight, so if we're all written up in variety, the committee will get panned along with me, so... Now, right or wrong, this is a right or wrong, Mr. Killian. A franking privilege is a license to sell hot dogs. Right or wrong?
Right.
This is a right to send mail free. That is why you get so much mail from your senator and your representative. Miss McGuckin, we have another minute. Would you take another...
82.
82. This is also a right or wrong. And we're closing in on our last minute. The beauty of this quiz is it ends when you least expect it. The man waves a finger at me. Right or wrong? If you were suffering from an acute coryza, all you have is a cold in the head, Miss McGuckin. Right or wrong?
Wrong.
No, that is right. Acute coryza is simply an inflammation of the mucous membrane of the nose and adjacent sinuses. Now, Mr. Fraser, we'll just have time for one more for you.
90.
Number 90 coming up for Mr. Fraser. We could go on all night if Harry had a Bal McCann. We could just... Right or wrong? The book Gone with the Wind weighs more than Anthony Adverse.
Wrong.
No, Gone with the Wind... no, wrong. Wrong is wrong. Gone with the Wind weighs more than Anthony Adverse. Gone with the Wind weighs 2 pounds and 5/8, and Anthony Adverse weighs 2.5 pounds. I know because I went into Brentano's the other day and had Gone with the Wind weighed and Anthony Adverse. I'm very sorry, but this is the first night of our quiz, and we haven't got it very well arranged yet. And I've just been told by the vice president in charge of waving fingers at the comedians that the quiz has suddenly ended. And I want to thank you a lot for helping us out. And you will receive your money award as soon as we're through. And also, each one of our committee will receive a handsome gift box containing all of the products made by the Bristol-Myers Company, including our two, Ipana and Salopatacrin. Thank you a lot for helping us out tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go...
Huzzah with salutations.
What were you trying to do? Steal a question there and make $5 on the side? Not yet, Portland.
Later?
No, I don't know. Who knows?
Excuse me, Mr.
Yes,
Allen.
what is it now, Mr. Sprague?
Look, have you got the new girl singer for the program?
Yes, we have a new girl singer. We have Win Murray with us
Win
now.
Murray?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Have you got a guest star?
Yes, we have Mr. Ned Sparks.
Then you got a whole new show. What am I doing here?
That's what I'd like to know.
Well, I'm Regina. So long.
It's certainly about time we got rid of one vice president. And now... Now it is a real pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to have you meet a new and permanent addition to our happy little family here, Miss Wynne Murray.
Thank you.
Thank you. Isn't she cute? That's all you, isn't it, Wynne? What are you going to sing tonight, Wynne? How would you like to make your first appearance for us, singing that number you did so well on The Boys from Syracuse?
Sing for your supper?
Yes, is that the one? Sing for your supper and you'll... Take it up from there, will you, Wynne?
Hawks and crows do lots of things, but the canary only sings. She is a courtesan on wings. So I've heard eagles and storks are twice as strong. All the canary knows is song, but the canary gets along. He'll get a bird. Sing for your supper and you'll get breakfast. Songbirds always eat if their song is sweet to hear. Sing for your luncheon and you'll get dinner. Dine with wine of choice if romance is in your voice. I heard from a wise canary trilling makes a fellow willing. So little swallow, swallow now. Now is the time to sing for your supper and you'll get breakfast. Songbirds are not dumb. They don't buy a crumb of bread instead. So sing and you'll be fed. Sing for your supper and you'll get breakfast. Songbirds always eat if their song is sweet to hear. Sing for your luncheon and you'll get dinner. Dine with wine of choice if romance is in your voice. I heard from a wise canary trilling makes you willing. So little swallow, swallow now. Now is the time to sing for your supper and you'll get breakfast. Songbirds are not dumb. They don't have to buy a crumb of bread, a spool of thread, just sing instead. You don't have to buy even a crumb of bread, it's said. You'll be fed if you sing. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If you dance, so sing and you'll be fed.
That was swell, Wynne. P.S. You get the job. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
The correct time is now 29 and 53 seconds to the very minute. And it's the very minute, too, if you're beginning to catch a cold, to take Sal Hepatica. Recommended by so many physicians because it gets after colds in two prompt ways. First, as a laxative, Sal Hepatica is quick, yet gentle acting. And speed is mighty important in fighting a cold. Second, Sal Hepatica helps nature counteract the acidity that so often accompanies a cold. So get an economical bottle of Sal Hepatica at your drugstore tomorrow. Then, whenever anyone in your family starts sniffling or sneezing, see if they don't appreciate your showing them this intelligent, modern way to help ward off a cold faster. With sparkling Sal Hepatica. Gentlemen, the Fred Allen Show continues immediately after a short pause for station identification.
your attention, please. This is the Vitalis program, featuring George Jessel with his famous Vitalis guest stars. All brought to you by Vitalis and the speedy 60-second workout that helps to keep your hair healthy.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Was something wrong?
Well, I'm afraid you're in the wrong studio, sir.
Well, this is Wednesday night, isn't it?
Yes?
It's 9:30, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I'm the announcer. This is Vitalis time, isn't it?
Oh, no, not anymore. This is Fred Allen time.
What became of the Vitalis program?
Well, the Vitalis program is now on Friday nights at 9:30.
Oh. Well, why doesn't somebody tell me these things?
Say, Harry.
Yes, Fred.
Harry, if you see a cigar outside with Georgie Jessel dangling from the end of it, tell Georgie he's on Friday nights from now on,
Right,
will you?
Fred, I will.
Thanks a lot.
What's up?
No, not yet, Portland.
Later?
Yeah, any minute now. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to start our guest star policy, we have intercepted a star on his way to Hollywood. His face is as well known to you as the face on the barroom floor. He is a melancholy chap, a sulking pantaloon, who has probably made everyone in the world but himself laugh. Meet that tycoon of gloom, that past master of raucous invective, Mr. Ned Sparks.
Thank you, friends, and thank you, Rudy.
Wait. What's going on? Everybody's mixed up here tonight. I'm afraid you, too, are a little confused, Mr. Sparks.
This is the Rudy Valley program, isn't it?
No, I'm not,
You're talking through your nose, aren't you?
Yes, but I'm not Rudy. It just so happens I talk through my nose.
How do you whisper? Talk through one nostril?
No, I hold my nose.
With some of those jokes you've been telling El Fideldo, you should.
Now, look, Mr. Sparks, my nose is my business.
Your business is in the red, brother.
Now, wait a minute, Ned. Let's start this interview over.
Not me. I got on my nerves the first time.
Well, now we've got something in common.
One of us is slumming mentally, Rudy.
Not Rudy. But look, one thing at a time, Mr. Sparks. First, this is not the Rudy Valley program. Rudy went off the air last week.
Rudy's out of work, eh?
Uh-huh.
That explains it.
Explains what?
Rudy in the auto match yesterday. He was singing to himself.
Rudy singing what?
My time is my time.
Why, I didn't know you sang, Mr. Sparks.
What do you think of my voice? And keep it clean.
Your singing sounds like an axle calling its mate.
And that's putting it mildly. What became of our interview?
Oh, that's right. I was wondering why you were here. Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Sparks, I am always a little embarrassed in the presence of you Hollywood celebrities. I just don't know how to begin.
You're supposed to be the MC, aren't you?
Well, I've been called an MC, yes.
You've been called a lot of other things, too, haven't you?
Well, not up to now, no.
The night is young, brother. The night is young.
You know, it seems funny. You here at the microphone looking at me. I'm here looking at you. We're both looking at each other.
Yes, and I'm getting the worst of it.
To me, you look like a little boy who grew up in a bottle of alcohol.
To me, you look like a hot foot with skin on it.
You look like the oomph boy in an old lady's home.
Looking at you leaves a bad taste in my eyes.
Give up?
Unless somebody writes me some more answers, yes.
Well, I guess I should ask you a few polite questions now, but I really don't know where to start.
Why don't you ask me if I was born?
Oh, were you born?
No, I'm a self-made man. I double-crossed myself.
Now, let me see. What else could I possibly...
Why don't you ask me how I got on the stage?
A happy thought. How did you get on the stage, Mr. Sparks?
When I was a kid, my father took me to see Mitch Hepburn play Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Mitch Hepburn in the lead, was he?
Yes. My old man didn't like the show, so he threw me at one of the actors.
And that's how you got on the stage, huh?
The actors were too weak to throw me back. I had to join the cast.
Well, how long were you with Uncle Tom's Cabin?
2 weeks. When they started using fireflies for footlights, I resigned.
Well, how did you happen to go to Hollywood?
My grandfather died and left me a burlap muffler and a pair of high-button shoes. Where else can you wear a burlap muffler and high-button shoes?
Well, you've been out in California a long time. I guess you've seen a lot of changes in Hollywood.
Yeah, when I first went into pictures, an actor was an actor.
Well, what is an actor in Hollywood today?
He's a straight man for a set of dishes.
What is your opinion, speaking of pictures, what is your opinion of the double feature policy?
2 wrongs don't make a right.
Well, do you think the moving picture will eventually replace the old-fashioned sleeping tablet, Mr. Sparks?
Not unless you make another one, Mr. Allen.
Oh, you saw my last picture, did you?
Yes, I have insomnia. I saw it all.
Well, enough about me. I know that everyone is interested in one thing, Mr. Sparks. How did you acquire your sunny disposition?
You mean, how did I get this out-of-the-money look?
Yeah.
As a baby, I was weaned on acidophilus and learned to take the bitter with the bitter.
The bitter with the bitter. And as you have grown up and copped your way through life, have you used any special diet to maintain your curdled outlook?
Yes, my stomach gives me a lot of trouble. I keep eating the wrong food just to get even with it.
I notice every time I see you in a picture, you have a cigar in your mouth.
Where else would I have a cigar in my...
No, I just wondered if you smoke.
Of course I smoke. You don't think I park a cigar in my mouth to hold up my upper plate, do you?
Oh, the lower one. You hold it down. But you must enjoy smoking.
Not me. I dip my cigars in gasoline. They taste like they're backfiring. I like them that way.
Well, cheer up, Ned. The outlook isn't so bad, you know. Remember that old saying, let a smile be your umbrella?
Yeah, did you ever look up and smile when it started to rain?
No.
I did.
What happened?
I got a mouthful of soft water.
Well, I guess that mouthful of soft water about washes up our interview, Ned. It's been nice having you leer at me from across the microphone.
Yeah, I've suffered a lot, too.
Say, before you go, Ned, how about doing me a great favor and giving your radio fans a rare treat at the same time?
You want me to sing again?
No. I'm a friend of Tibbetts.
Uh-huh.
We've heard you sing, but no one, as far as I know, has ever heard you laugh. Now, how about letting us bring America your first and perhaps your last laugh?
Well,
I know it's sort of short notice, but you can scare one up, can't you?
All right, are you ready?
Okay.
Ha, ha, ha.
Well, thank you. Van Steeden and the iPad.
Pardon me, Fred, before you... This young lady wants to talk to you for just a moment.
Oh, really?
Mr. Allen?
Yeah?
It's a pleasure. Look, me and my sister have a restaurant right close to the studio, see?
Well, not from here. I don't know, but go on.
Well, we thought, like days when you're rehearsing, you could order your dinner from us and we'd have it here in 5 minutes, smoking hot.
Well, the idea of a sizzling platter wending its way through these vast corridors appeals to the pixie in me. Go on.
Well, you see, we could bring you some nice hares, or rice and chicken livers, or creamed salmon, or patties a la boeuf.
Patties a la what?
Oh, it don't matter. It's just hamburgers anyway. Well, how about it?
Well, your menu sounds swell. Don't you think so, Harry?
Yes, sure it does, Fred. But like so many of the soft, creamy, well-cooked foods we eat nowadays, those dishes don't give gums the exercise they need to help guard against gum trouble.
You don't expect people to go around eating nothing but hardtack just for the sake of their gums, do you?
No, of course not. But people should use iPana toothpaste and gum massage to help supply that stimulation. You see, when gums are soft and tender, teeth are seldom bright and sparkling. And iPana toothpaste is especially designed not only to give your teeth a sparkling cleanliness, but when used with massage to help give gums the exercise they need for firmness and health. That's why so many dentists advise this easy modern routine.
Brush your teeth with iPana toothpaste. And every time you do, put a little extra iPana on your brush or your fingertip and massage it on your gums.
And, ladies and gentlemen, the very first time you use iPana this way, you actually notice a remarkable and unique difference. You really feel a stimulating effect upon your gum tissues as lazy gums start to waken and circulation speeds up. And that helps bring greater health to your gums and, consequently, more charm and radiance to your smile. Prove this to yourself. Get an economical tube of iPana toothpaste from your druggist tomorrow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the mighty Alan...
Huzzahs with salutations.
No, not now, Portland. Yes, later on, if you don't mind. The mighty Illinois players, ladies and gentlemen, returned from their season of summer stock at the Good Gulf Station on Route 1 north of Stamford. Tonight they present their version of that 20th Century Fox epic of exploration, Stanley and What's-His-Name. Tonight you will hear for the first time the real reason why Henry M. Stanley failed to bring Dr. Livingston back from Africa.
Introducing our cast of characters.
I am Henry M. Stanley, American newspaper reporter. In 1876, the editor of the New York Herald sent me into the heart of darkest Africa in search of Dr. Livingston.
Hello, I'm Dr. Livingston. Since I'm not going to be found for 8 minutes yet, I think I'll pop out for a spot of tea. Cheerio.
Me African native. Me not in the play. Me just here to play the hot tom-tom. Listen. That jump and die.
This is the true story of Stanley and Livingston. On April 1st, 1876, I, Henry M. Stanley, sailed from New York to find Dr. Livingston. When I met him in the jungle, I was to make a remark that would echo down through the ages. Day and night, as my boat plowed through the bounding main, that sentence I was to say ran through my brain.
Dr. Livingston, I presume. Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Yes, when I found the lost missionary, I would say, Dr. Livingston, I presume. Africa, the land of cannibals and cobras, mystery and mumbo-jumbo. No sooner had we landed at Zanzibar and started inland than my assistant Jeff and I had a taste of Africa's terrors. Our first hideous experience occurred the second day. We were walking through the underbrush. Jeff spoke.
Well, Mr. Stanley, I reckon we're in the suburbs of Africa, all right.
Yes, Jeff. Gad, what a desolate country. And somewhere in this dismal interior is Dr. Livingston.
You're sure going to a lot of trouble to pull that crack of yours on the dock, Mr. Stanley. What's that line again?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Yeah.
Gad, how I have rehearsed that line.
Well, you sure have. Hey, who's this man coming through the grass?
Say, it might be Dr. Livingston. I'll speak to him. Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Bula.
Hey, jumping jackals. He's a headhunter.
Savage.
Bula. Chief catch him 2 heads. Make bookends.
My gun, Jeff.
The guns ain't loaded, Mr. Stanley.
Paleface, make ready. Die.
Look out! Look out, that spear!
There's only one thing to do, Jeff.
What?
Chief, kill white man.
Oh, yeah? Look, Chief.
Ah! Devil! 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 Devil!
Boy, you sure scared him, Mr. Stanley. What did you want him?
My passport picture. Our first dilemma in hand, our little safari was quickly formed, and we forged ahead into the trackless wastes of the jungle. Onward we trekked to Tangahiki. Here we stopped at a tourist camp for supper and a good night's rest. I had just dozed off. A knock sounded at the door of my cabin, number 31. Come in.
Pardon, Buona. Native runner outside asked to see Mr. Stanley.
Bring him in, boy. He may have news of Livingston. I'll rehearse my speech. Dr. Livingston, I presume. Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Here
Dr.
he
Livingston.
is, Buona.
What does this winded heathen say, boy?
He ran 1,000 miles through jungle. See you.
What was that afterthought, boy?
He say, are you newspaper man from
Yes,
America?
yes, I am the newspaper man. What does he want? Yes, boy, what does he say?
He say, confidentially, you think he'll run for a third time?
Bidding a hasty farewell to this Ubangi waterlipman, the next morning we pressed through the tropical underbrush, still searching for the missing Dr. Livingston. As we crept through the dense foliage one morning, a solitary figure approached us. As he drew near, I spoke to him. Ahoy there! Dr. Livingston, I presume?
Now, I'm Ned Sparks. How do you get out of Radio City?
Turning our backs on this mirage, we trekked ever onward. 2 months later, in the little village of Tongabonga in Uganda, I heard that a white man had been seen only recently. Weakly rehearsing my line, I staggered into the native chief's hut. He spoke to me.
Jambo, white man.
Jambo, Chief.
Welcome, Tongo Bongo. Speed limit 10 miles per hour.
I'm looking for another white man, Chief.
White man? Him come here today, morning.
This morning? Which way did he go?
Him stop here. Chief have him for lunch.
As your guest?
As pot roast.
Gad, Chief, you have eaten Dr. Livingston.
No, not Dr. Livingston. The name on the menu, Frank something.
Frank? I don't know any.
Frank, excuse, Chief, indigestion beginning. Bring him back alive. Bring him back alive. Bring him back alive.
Frank Buck, good dad. Yes, I, Henry M. Stanley, heard the last encore the great animal impresario ever gave. We drank a bicarbonate to his memory, placed a wreath on the chief's stomach, and went our weary way. Deeper and deeper into the grim African interior, we struggled on in our endless search for Livingston. Nights fraught with terror, days so scorching hot that rubber trees vulcanized themselves. Still, we struggled on. And then, one day, we came upon a little hut in the center of a clearing. Again, Jeff spoke.
Why, look, Mr. Stanley. The sign on that hut. What does it say?
Dr. Livingston.
Yeah.
Office hours 1 to 3. Thank heavens, Jeff, our search is ended.
Yes, sir. Now, what are them drums, Mr. Stanley?
Look in through that window, Jeff.
Oh, where? What natives? They're entertaining the doctor with a tom-tom jam system.
At last I am about to make my historic remark. When he opens that door, I am going to say, Dr. Livingston, I presume. What understatement. What savoir-faire. That sentence, Jeff, will stand the test of time.
Dr. Livingston, I presume?
Yes.
Boy, sounds like another Washoe Day in Charlotte.
Stand back, Jeff. I'll knock.
Hello. I say, what do you want?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
you. Now, Mr. Stanley, just what was it you were trying to say to me?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Ah, laryngitis, I presume. That'll be $2.
Oh. For 2 days and 2 nights, Jeff and the doctor fed me herbs and bark to bring my voice back. Finally, I was well enough to discuss the question of bringing Dr. Livingston back to civilization. I left my hut one morning and crept to his office by appointment.
Well, I say, Stanley, old Boy Scout, how's the patient today?
Fine, Doctor. I'm ready to start the trek with you back to civilization.
Oh, ripping. I shall call my daughter and wish for power.
Your daughter, Doctor? You have your little girl with you here in Africa?
Why not? She's right at home in the jungle. She even has an orangutan playmate. She's teaching him how to talk, you know.
A talking orangutan? Tad, what a story for the New York Herald. Where is this simian?
My daughter's feeding him in the next room. Pop it, old boy.
Fine, I'll do that. I'll be right back.
Drink to me only with thine eyes, and you will be mighty thirsty. Drink to...
Well, I'll...
I see, Mr. Stanley. Have you seen my daughter and her baboon so quickly?
Yes, Doctor.
Well, then are you ready to take us back to civilization, Stanley?
No, Dr. Livingston. I have changed my mind.
You what?
You are not going back, Dr. Livingston.
Stanley, put down that gun!
I am sorry, Doctor. I do this in the interests of humanity.
Oh, I'm dying. I presume.
Mr. Stanley, what have you done?
I've killed him, Jeff.
You traveled 5,000 miles to find this lost missionary. You had the greatest scoop in history. Why did you kill Dr. Livingston?
To keep him from bringing his daughter back to America, Jeff. Her name is Mary.
Mary Livingston.
Yes. I couldn't bring her talking orangutan back to civilization. Look at him. Come in here, you.
Well, does he talk?
Does he? Say something, Jim.
Jello again.
And so ends the tragic story of Henry M. Stanley and Dr. Livingston. If you doubt this authentic statement of the true facts, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next Sunday night, and you will hear Mary Livingston and her orangutan in a half hour of comedy, I presume.
Just a minute, will you please, Fred?
Yes,
Fred, I know that you must be exhausted after that dramatic effort. But before the Merrimacs come back to sing again, won't you say just a few words to your public?
Oogaboola dogadoo banga wanga.
Huh?
I'm still in Africa, Harry.
Oh.
Maybe you'd better say something that makes sense, but quickly.
Well, none of us can ever look our best without an attractive smile.
That makes sense.
Yes, and so does the advice of so many dentists who say, for brighter teeth and healthier gums, use iPana toothpaste and gum massage. For iPana is especially made not only to give teeth a sparkling cleanliness, but when used with massage, to help give gums the stimulation they need for firmness and health. The exercise they do not get from our modern well-cooked foods. And when gums are soft and tender, they are not only more susceptible to trouble, but teeth seldom have the sparkle necessary for a really attractive smile. So begin tomorrow to brush your teeth and massage your gums with iPana toothpaste. It's the modern, easy way to help bring new firmness to your gums, a brighter luster to your teeth, and naturally more charm to your smile. Ask your druggist for iPana toothpaste.
We were sailing, looking at the moonlight gleaming on the silent shore, dreaming till we meet once more. We were sailing alone on Moonlight Bay. voices ringing, they seem to say, you have stolen my heart, now don't go away. As we sang love's old sweet song on Moonlight Bay, we were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ring and they seemed to say,
you have stolen my heart.
you have stolen my heart, now don't go away. As we sang love's old sweet song on Moonlight Bay, we were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ring and they seemed to say that you have stolen my heart, now don't go away. As we sang love's old sweet song on Moonlight Bay, we were sailing, sailing, looking at the moonlight gleaming on the silent shore, dreaming till we meet once more. We were sailing along, singing a song, sailing along, singing a song on Moonlight Bay, on Moonlight Bay.
Just completed Moonlight Bay. And now, before our 4-star preview of next week's show, ladies and gentlemen, may we say that this program was brought to you in sincere appreciation of your friendliness toward our famous products.
Ipana toothpaste for the smile of beauty, Sal Hepatica for the smile of health. Ipana and Sal Hepatica.
Thank you, Harry. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next Wednesday evening we bring you...
Huzzahs with salutations. And welcome back today.
Yes, Mrs. Stanley, we'll see you next week. That's a frame-up, huh? Your song of the week.
A roll out of the barrel. Oh, we'll have a...
There's no O in roll out the barrel, is there?
Oh, yeah, it's the bunghole.
Oh. And our guest star will be...
Bert Lahr, the Cowardly Lion of The Wizard of Oz.
And music. Good night.
The selection, Are You Having Any Fun, is from George White Scandal. This is the National Broadcasting Company.